Well, good morning, lovely and cherished viewers of MBN TV. We are back on your screens once again this Saturday morning. My name is Dr. Ash, and I'm sitting in for a regular host, Mr. Derek Ashite. We are in to bring you stories around the world of football, the World Cup, and what's happening around in terms of world of football. The World Cup season is over, and the clubs as well are also making in their bids to become should I say club champions or what do we say, league champions again. So it's been busy around the world of sports. This morning I'm in to bring you a lot of details, should I say details or news around the world of sports. We have been on your screens for quite a while now, which is because we here in the studios of MBN TV, we brought you the Ultimate Watch Along, brought you news and stories or up-to-date updates, or should I say stories around the World Cup. And then since the World Cup is over, the team needed a little bit of break, and I think that is what is happening. But I'm in here to bring you stories around the world of sports once again on the Lineup Sports Show. Once again, my name is Dr. Ash, and I'm sitting in for our regular host, Mr. Derek Ashite. There's a lot of stories I have on our table today to serve you this morning, so stick and stay with us. We'll go for a short commercial break, and when we are back, I'll delve straight into the world of sports, stories around the world of sports for you once again, so that we can all enjoy the show. Stick and stay with us.
Hello, welcome to Serenity Haven Spa. This is your reminder to pause. At Serenity Haven Spa, we don't just do treatments, we create calm, premium spa experiences here in Accra. You deserve rest. Book your glow today. Here at Serenity Haven Spa, we provide services like massages, pedicure, manicure, body scrub, facial, waxing, acrylic nails with beautiful designs. We are located at Oyarifa. You can call or WhatsApp us on 054 163 9802. 054 163 9802. We can't wait to see you all. Bye.
Welcome back once again on the Lineup Sports Show, and I'm Dr. Ash, and as I said earlier on before our short commercial break, I'm in to bring you captivating stories around the world of sports. The World Cup season is over. We are right now embarking on a new season with the major football leagues around the world. The Ghana Premier League is also in. So there's a lot of sports news to bring to your table this morning. Not to waste much time, I think since the clubs they are really in to make business, because as the World Cup is over, there were players around the tournament that were able to live up to the billing. Some didn't, some did, and even the countries, not everyone expected some of the countries to come up to the table as they did, but then we all enjoyed the past 1 month. The World Cup was a very entertaining football season for us, and I think that is over. But the clubs are also in to serve us a lot of stories and make us enjoy the world of sports in our homes and all over. And once again, I'm here to guide you along, direct you on which path we are going when it comes to the world of football. And without taking much of your time, I would love to dive into the transfer news, because when the World Cup is over, the clubs will be making a lot of signings. Players will be moving, players will be coming in, coaches and all that. And I'm here to bring you stories to keep you updated in the world of sports. So if you stick with me, I would love to go to our screens to bring you some stories on our screens. And even before that, we'll touch a little bit about the World Cup. The clubs, or should I say the countries? Sorry, the countries rather. FIFA has also released, how do we call it? Released the world rankings with how the World Cup went. There are a lot of changes, ins and ups and downs around the rankings of our countries. Ghana, we did our best, but I don't think we really did enough to be able to move ahead, or should I say match places or sports ahead when it comes to the world of football. And I would like to go to our screens to show you the rankings, and then also give you the players that actually lived up to expectations when it comes to the World Cup. Some players were actually up to scratch. They were able to prove or make sure that the names they have when it comes to football, they live up to the expectations. So players like Bellingham and all those were able to come into the party, and they made the World 11, should I say FIFA 11, after the World Cup tournament. But before we dive into the FIFA 11 for the World Cup, I would like to go to the world rankings as it stands. For the first time in the history of World Cup, we had the first four ranked countries become the four finalists. First, second, third, fourth were in the semi-finals and also the finals, and that's a lot of achievement for most of the countries. So with our world rankings, Spain, obviously, they had an amazing tournament. Spain boy World Cup conceding only one goal, and also making all the way to the final and dominating games. Even in the finals, people did not expect Spain to dominate the final in the manner in which they did. I think they were able to take the defending champions, which is Argentina, all the way to the extra time before they were able to even make an attempt on target. It should clearly tell you how Spain were dominant in this World Cup. So with our rankings, you can clearly see Spain is in number one. The number one space is there. Spain has occupied that. Argentina second, France third, and England fourth. And I think this ranking is not too far from the truth. It was telling in the tournament. Unfortunately, France was trying to make their bid to the finals, that they got knocked out by Spain, the eventual winners of the World Cup. And we go to the fifth spot, which is Brazil. Brazil is in fifth. Morocco sixth. Portugal seventh. Belgium eighth. Netherlands ninth. Mexico 10th. Colombia 11th. Germany 12th. It's not too surprising. And Croatia 13th, Switzerland 14th, Italy 15th. I'm surprised with Italy being in here, but then that's what FIFA is saying, so we will take it. USA 16th, Japan 17th, Senegal 18th, and Norway 19th, with Uruguay coming in at the 20th position. So that's the FIFA World Rankings, top 20 actually, not all. We bring in the top 20 of the countries around the football world that is making most of the news. So I'm not too surprised of some of the names in here. Morocco is really carrying the flag of Africa high, being ahead of football nations like Portugal, Germany, Italy, and all that. Senegal is also in there on the 18th spot, and we hope our country, Ghana, will be able to live up to at least certain standards or expectations of the Ghanaian population to move up a bit when it comes to the world ranking in football. So hopefully they do what is expected from them. As Ghanaians also expect them to do well. We had a bad tournament, not so bad, but per our standards, Ghana have been able to move to the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup before, and now going out in group stages. In the previous edition, which was in 2022 in Qatar, we moved out of the tournament in group stages. So some people in the GFA can say we've made a little bit of progress with respect to us moving or progressing from the group stage, but yet it's still below par. And we move on from the FIFA rankings and dive more on the players of the tournament, the players that lived up to expectations when it comes to the World Cup proper. We had a lot of players actually coming to the party and making good name for themselves. It's with the FIFA 11 itself. I don't think any Ghanaian player or footballer made it to the FIFA 11, but I can clearly tell you that most of the guys, or should I say some of the guys that represented Ghana, made good name for themselves in the tournament. The likes of Gideon Mensah, Jerome Opoku, Ajete, who before the tournament wasn't really up to standard, if I can say so. But then during the World Cup proper, he was able to pull his weight. We had some revelations like Caleb Urenchi coming into the game and all that. So we really enjoyed the Ghana team, but then none of them made it to the FIFA 11 proper. So diving into the FIFA 11 proper, I think the goalkeepers department will come as a bit of surprise, but not everyone will be surprised. They have Vozinha from Cape Verde in the goal post. We have Pedro Porro from Spain, the right back. So the actual formation is 4-3-3. So the goalkeeper is Vozinha, Pedro Porro from Tottenham in Spain, Lautaro Martinez, Manchester United and Argentina, Dayot Upamecano from France and Bayern Munich, Cucurella from Spain, previously of Chelsea, but now have crossed countries and moved back to his nation, Spain, representing Real Madrid. So that is the back four for you. In the midfield, we have Michael Olise, sensation of the tournament. Rodri from Spain and Manchester City. There's a lot of news around this gentleman. A lot of news. I'll bring you stories around him later on the show. Jude Bellingham needs no introduction, and he had an amazing tournament. He actually outscored the English striker Harry Kane in this World Cup that just went by few weeks ago, or should I say days ago. In the attacking three, we have Mbappe, who was the top scorer of the tournament. We have Erling Haaland leading the attack, and Lionel Andres Messi of Argentina, who came second with respect to the goal scoring chart, and also came second in the tournament proper as Spain beat the country Argentina. So this is the World 11. I would like to hear from you later on. We'll open the lines for you to call in studios to make your suggestions or give us your thoughts about the FIFA 11. If there's any player who you think should be in or should be out. And as I said earlier on, the goalkeeping department, which is Vozinha, I know a lot of people were talking about the fact that Unai Simon of Spain should have been the number one because he considered just one goal in the tournament. But I think FIFA looked at other aspects of the game as well, with this man being a revelation, Vozinha being a revelation of the tournament actually. At a point in time, he even had to cry when, should I say, press were interviewing him. He spoke about the fact that his mother was not able to come and watch him in the World Cup due to visa issues and all that. I think a senator at the US made it sure that helped him bring his mother to the tournament and all that. So I think Vozinha made some amazing saves. He had a good tournament. So I think FIFA looked at that and decided to bring him in the post for the FIFA 11. So we'll hear from you later on in the show. Make us know your thoughts, who you think should be in and who you think should be out. And we'll take that. So we'll dive straight. We'll go out of the FIFA World Cup for now because the World Cup is over. And the clubs, the clubs, as the World Cup is over, they will be in a haste to actually structure their team, the players they feel are not up to scratch, or the players they think should be in their team, their football clubs, to help them go on to the next level. PSG have been able to win the Champions League back to back, and other clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich will be making some investments and bringing in a lot of players to be able to catch up, because if not, PSG, I think, will run away when it comes to European football and with respect to the Champions League football. So we'll delve straight into some of the rumors, sports rumors or transfer news around the world. And we'll go straight to German national team. I think they were not able to live up to expectations, with even their captain coming in to make some interviews and saying that they never really live up to expectations or even performed as expected of German national team. We have known the German national team to be football powerhouse, and for some time now they have not been living up to expectations going out of the tournaments and all that. I think their last World Cup that they did really well was the one they won in Brazil, beating the host nation 7-1 and all that. So they decided to make changes with respect to their coaching department, and they brought in no any other coach who needs not much of an introduction in Jürgen Klopp. They decided to bring in Jürgen Klopp to take over the national team, and Fabrizio Romano actually made a story about it, and you could tell clearly on his post that Klopp has been presented as the new German head coach. He made a lot of, pronouncements as he was actually being unveiled, and he made, if I'm permitted, can read a little bit of what he said. The day you don't want me anymore, I am gone, without any severance pay. If you say tomorrow that he's bad, I am gone. Not just one person. It would have to be more than that. If the DFB says he's rubbish, I'm gone. If you behave badly and don't leave my family in peace, I am gone. Criticize me if something doesn't work. I am happy to work on it. It's all about the job. Jürgen Klopp doesn't have a career after the national team. Ideally, this is the highlight of my career, Klopp announced. So clearly, Jürgen Klopp is also, enthused about the German national team job. If you could tell from his presser during his unveiling, he made a lot of pronouncements. He made it clearly known to the national FA of the German national team that he saw how they treated some of their past coaches, and which is something he didn't really like. And when such treatment is actually being given to him, he will leave immediately. If they have to criticize him, it has to be mainly sporting wise. If they attack his family or say he's rubbish, it's not good enough for the job, he will leave immediately. But he knows it's a collective game to be able to bring the German national team to where he thinks it should be, which is rightly so. So we move on and we go to the camp of PSG. As I rightly said, these guys are really in for business. They are already the Champions League holders back to back. They are trying to emulate what Real Madrid have done, and they are not even slowing down with respect to enriching the other aspects of their football prowess. They already made a signing in a player of Lucas Digne, the French national team, the left back who was playing for Aston Villa. They swamped in and made a signing so soon that most of the people were not expecting. So Fabrizio as well posted about it. So we move on to the other stories. Italy national team, they have been should I say shambolic. I can rightly say they have been shambolic for some time now. They were not able to qualify for the World Cup, I think, on 2 successions. They lost. They had to play a playoff to be able to qualify into the World Cup proper. They lost to Bosnia Herzegovina, which is so down below par for the Italian national team. So you can see their previous manager, who was Gennaro Gattuso, decided to leave his job because he couldn't qualify the national team to the World Cup. So they made the FA decided to bring in some coaches. They contacted the likes of Pep Guardiola, who had already left Manchester City and decided to rest. They contacted Carlo Ancelotti, who is handling the Brazil national team. I think both coaches turned them down. So they are looking forward to their once captain, Andrea Pirlo, who is the former coach of, Juventus. He was with Juventus, and they are looking at him taking over. So Fabrizio posted as well about it, and Andrea Pirlo agrees to become the new Italian head coach, leading the project until 2030. Verbal agreement in place after direct contact with Federation, as official announcement anticipated for the upcoming days. It's we share story where Italian national team no ama contacted former player, former captain, Andre Pello, who is also a coach, because they've had difficulties with respect to the national team. Bimuti said Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti, who is also Italian, but Brazil national team in the year Juma Sisia or under contract, and on year Nadrin Sobabefa Nikrum name my ako another tournament, and I said the handle no national team into answer more turning it down. So our national team have decided to move on with their former player and captain Andre Pello to take over the team. I think the talks are on. Very soon, I think they will announce it. So keep in touch with us, and we'll bring you stories around that. We'll move on to a player who had an amazing season last season with West Ham, even though the team no almost relegation. But Crescencio Somerville was in the news a lot because now carry West Ham United last season a lot of occasions in most of their games. He came to the party. Netherlands for man call up by he did good. He did good for himself, even though our national team earlier than people expected them to. But the player himself he did good. The likes of Roma, Manchester United, decided to go in for this guy, but unfortunately for them, Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal as Swampi in made a deal for this guy. Saudi Arabia. So Fabrizio reported on it. Al Hilal agreed a deal to sign Crescencio Somerville, and the agreement is confirmed as he's moved for a fee of £55 million plus £10 million add-on. In total, no, 65 million pounds. I'm a West Ham United, our Cobalt Championship. 55 million pounds of the 65 needed. And no straightforward, there are two add-ons of 10 million pounds. I have account. I know certain clauses I want to weigh no more. Maybe I'll be winning league, or be say, near the 10 million. No, account. I'm a West Ham. In Crescencio Somerville, to Europe, of course, Saudi Arabia. Now, I'm interested in this story because our manager, Ronald Koeman, I think he has left his job actually. Now, of course, Saudi Arabia, on press of Efrel. Until Jabimu to say beg wine money are there one form because they are in Saudi Arabia. But this guy, young as he is, Somerville has also moved to Saudi Arabia, and unfortunately, coach no crampo ya permanent. It won't be a standard for call up into the national team. So we move on. Arsenal, they are in the news. The current champions of EPL. Mr. Danny Jordan, the team Arsenal, EPL winners, but then they finally were able to topple Manchester City and win the league this time around. They didn't bottle it, as people used to call them, bottless. They are in the news. They are going in for a player, a Brazilian, Bruno Guimaraes of Newcastle. So Arsenal have agreed a personal terms with Bruno Guimaraes for a new, for a set for new £70 million bid. They made some bids already that Newcastle rejected, so I think they went in again. So Bruno has agreed on contract terms with Mikel Arteta, pushing again to have the Brazilian as top priority for the midfield. New proposal will be sent soon for £70 million. Newcastle insists to keep Bruno at the club, but Arsenal feel they can find a way. And yet done deal, sir, but Arsenal was so pushy, knocking on Newcastle doors. Newcastle season way teams are boy Roma Fapa, some players, the likes of Sandro Tonali, Tottenham Hotspur are buying for £100 million. Omu raking in some money, almost making signings, but I think the likes of Bruno Guimaraes, if you want to worry them, they need to bring in some equally quality players to replace these players. Into Arsenal, so Mr. Danny Jordan, so to the sensation of the World Cup, Vozinha, or he's on the move. During the World Cup, no, my said the Portuguese team no crowd, no more releasing or a free agent or the club, but ocean the performance or putting in the World Cup. The South American teams no be be more Brazil now they but finally a team called Colo Colo Chile, they have decided to sign him. So Vozinha to sign at Colo Colo as new goalkeeper for Chilean club. The agreement has been reached with Vozinha to fly early next week to Chile and become Colo Colo's new goalkeeper. Contract in place, documents to be signed over the weekend, and Colo Colo will present Cape Verde's hero as new signing. Until now, and the teams need be also amudin but friend is saying yenkofo ya ye ni momu the investors no mu de kolokolo na de omu ni momu pa omu twa ahomachi fidie no omu nim things with say kolokolo, so they are making a signing for Vozinha. That's good for him, so he won't be clubless after the World Cup. So we move on to other stories, and I think we'll go to the camp of Chelsea Football Club. Madame Fopa Nana Obedi Akun, ni team Chelsea FC. Season way there, Oma making moves, papa. As Enzo Maresca fee hono, they have decided to bring in a former coach of Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso, and they did not just make him a coach. In the long run, I think the last time they made someone a manager was when Jose Mourinho returned back to the club in 2013 or so. He returned back to the club. Was the last time they made someone a manager. After Jose left, they have been making hiring first team coaches. But this time around, I think the likes of Todd Boehly decided to make someone a manager of the club, to control the affairs of the club, and they decided to go in for Xabi Alonso. So changes have been in and around the club, and some players are moving, some players are coming in, and I'm not too surprised that Alejandro Garnacho, formerly of Manchester United, or Chelsea, one season Chelsea per se, or permanent normally other players, they've agreed a loan deal with Aston Villa, but an obligation to buy, or call loan for the first season. I think after the season, they will make a permanent buy from Chelsea for Alejandro Garnacho. This guy, I think he's a decent player. All he needs is to get his head in the game and concentrate solely on the game, and he'll become the player we all expect him to be. It's a one chap that I really like so much, and I wish him all the best in Aston Villa. Knowing Unai Emery, I'm sure he'll be able to bring out the best in this guy. He's taking the likes of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and all that, and Marcus Rashford was able to secure a deal to Barcelona. Eventually, they did not sign him. They let him go back to Manchester United and all that. So we move on to other stories. And then Xabi Alonso, again, Chelsea, they are in the news. I feel the Chelsea, Ombedi Agro. Osha signings, Nyama Oye Nidia, Ombedi Agro. Onake season na ya mine Chelsea, Onake Emini wa Danny Jordan Zesani, ame kwa me joba, because the likes of Liverpool, ni Mr. Andy, my colleague, support Onake. They've also made signings. Ononi ya no Onake Chelsea. I mean business wa, because after signings come ni bi ane ameke Maxen Lacroix of Crystal Palace. They made a payment of £52 million to sign this guy, a very good defender. As Saliba got injured in the World Cup for the France national team, he was called into action, and I think he was decent in the World Cup. So I think this is a good acquisition for Chelsea Football Club. So Fabrizio reported on it. Chelsea and Palace have signed all documents for Maxen Lacroix move on £52 million deal. Agreement confirmed after medical in London with Chelsea to announce another signing, as they also made a signing for Morgan Rogers. So Chelsea, they are free. As I said earlier on, transfer business in there, they are in. They pull a surprise on most of the clubs, because Arsenal are not only do race with respect to signing Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. But Chelsea made a swift move on them, presented £117 million money on the table. Say, Usha, Sika play into power. Arsenal try say on your Aston Villa a strike deal with the financial aspect of the game. One person would say Sika no so nada. But Chelsea, one besides Aston Villa, more percent, no this Sika no boho. Money is talking. So they have been able to secure the player in the like of Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. And Noah, as Fabrizio reported, they say, I'm happy to join Chelsea, the biggest club in London, says Morgan Rogers. Chelsea confirmed the agreement done at £117 million fixed fee. There are no add-ons and contracts valid until June 2032. I can't wait to work under a top coach like Xabi Alonso. Into Ushe Sena Aena as a Morgan Rogers, Chelsea for signing on, I started to Ayampia. a chumby if you be an Chelsea G, the biggest club in London. Arsenal, I'm a bem. We wait and see if you do Mr. Talk and Do. Because as you started talking, we expect you to prove England so now 170 million pounds. Honestly, I think the transfer window this season has been, should I say, manipulated a little bit, because with the likes of Elliot Anderson, more share amount of money, Manchester City reported is earlier on, and we are very much aware of what is happening. Manchester City are even are presenting areas in name say he has become the new Manchester City player. I think his signing of over 100 million pounds was a bit too much for a one season wonder. He's good. I think the previous season that went by, he made a good name for himself. But signing a player of his caliber, over 100 million pounds, is something. And Morgan Rogers swabbed him with 117 million pounds. I think he's the most expensive British player as at now, or should I say English player as at now. So we move on to other stories as well. And Real Madrid is in the news. Miami Club, Real Madrid is in the news. Real Madrid brought in Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho was starting a Juman Tentem so Papa Jose Mourinho. He's not looking at resting on his laurels. He's in for business this time around. His second coming, whatever foundations he placed for Real Madrid that made other managers, I believe strongly that he was the main builder or the foundation for most of in our recent season, most of our should I say our victory or trophy winning days. I think Jose Mourinho laid the foundations for the likes of Zidane and Carlo Ancelotti to come and enjoy and all that. So I hope this time around he stays and enjoys the fruits of his labor. And since he came, he's been making signings. The likes of Bernardo Silva, Denzel Dumfries, Marco Corella have all come to Madrid, and they are in for a player of Yan Diamonde, the Ivory Coast international, 19-year-old boy, Obama RB Leipzig. I think PSG, the likes of Liverpool, Mr. Andy Wale, any team, no, but I think Liverpool have decided to pull out of the deal. So the past weeks, it has been all PSG. I won't make it bid with Leipzig saying they don't really agree to the Sikano Frefreno, so they should go and come again. I think the player had already decided to move in for PSG. But it's Real Madrid also make it bid, and they are going in strong for this guy. Fabrizio reporting on it. Yan Diamonde hoping to join Real Madrid with club set for a new bid over 100 million euros. Diamonde would welcome Real Madrid as next destination if agreement with RB Leipzig can be reached in the next days. PSG have personal terms agreed, but no club-to-club deal, and Diamonde also open for Real Madrid, waiting for the club. Real are prepared to return with a new official bid after opening 90 million euros plus 10 million euros proposal was rejected by Leipzig. Into Ushema Madrid to Remu Senka Okose PSG for Nshishaya Nomone club, which is RB Leipzig, to secure the signing of their player Yan Diamonde. Madrid made a bid of 90 million euros and with 10 million euros as add-ons, but Leipzig actually rejected that bid because they are really looking at pricing this guy over 100 million euros. So if Madrid is bringing on the table 90 million with 10 million add-ons, they decided it is not good enough. So Madrid is making a new bid for this guy, which is over 100, or should I say 100 million straight on for this guy. In my personal opinion, I think he's been overpriced, actually. He's been overpriced, but he had a good season in the Bundesliga. Actually, the past previous Bundesliga, I think he had a very good season. Most take-ons and add-on. I think player up and on with dribbles and take-ons and add-on will be Lamine Yamal. So he had a good season, and he's a right winger, actually. So if you look at how Madrid is going about their business, I think they're trying to look ahead with respect to Michael Olise. He's been in the news that he really wants to join Real Madrid. But we all know Bayern wouldn't make it easy for us. I think they are trying to go in for this guy. Personally, in my opinion, I think he's overpriced, and we can do better with respect to signing a player of 19 years, not having much, should I say, experience in the European football. His debut was actually against Real Madrid in the Champions League, this guy. And Kylian Mbappe even gifted him his jersey. So maybe he has we have some players that were his idol when growing up and all that. So maybe it will be an influence in him deciding to join Real Madrid. But personally, I think he's been overpriced. So we move on to other stories as well, and we go straight to cross-town rivals of Real Madrid, FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona, they are in the news. They decided that they won't sign Manchester United's Marcus Rashford after using him. They decided that the player is not good enough. Once and call back to Manchester United. They made a signing of Anthony Gordon even before the World Cup. Paid 80 million euros for him, or should I say 80 million pounds for Anthony Gordon. And they have gone in for another speedster in Karim Adeyemi, or formerly of Dortmund. They have decided to go in now, signing it to 2031. And I think Fabrizio also posted about it. Karim Adeyemi has arrived. Hansi Flick is the main reason why I am here. I have spoken a lot with Hansi, and I have trusted him greatly from the very first moment. I'm very happy to help in any position up front. I'm willing to help achieve the objectives. For sure, we know Champions League is key, but every game is important. And also, Karim Adeyemi in some of the two, as Barcelona announcing the deal. No? So you can clearly tell that the football clubs around the top 5 major leagues or Europe, no, they are making waves, signings, player leaving, and all that. If you go to Italy, the likes of Como are going in strong for a player of Chelsea, Trevor Chalobah, whom Tuchel actually made a late call up to the World Cup to present his country, England. I think Como made a proposal, Chelsea rejected, and they are coming in with a second bid and all that. So there have been a lot of stories around the world of football when it comes to transfer news. And we are here to bring you all the latest news when it comes to transfer news with major clubs around the world. So I'll end here with the sports, should I say the transfer news. We'll go for a short commercial break. Sponsors. Your sponsors are more boy your show no so Sereni having spa or Yarifa. I think we are brands here, we are Ababa, we hear Juma, you work a lot. And you can clearly tell your body is sending you signals. Your body is telling you something that you need to take a break, you need to relax, rest, and all that. You need to look no any other place like Serenity Having Spa at Oyarifa. Services no massage, pedicure, manicure, and acrylic nails, body scrub, waxing, and facials. It's not just meant for body massage and therapy and all that. They do a lot of things. Young men who can benefit a lot from, and their services is top notch. I can recommend that from you. I can recommend that for you. They do a lot of things. Body scrub, Mr. Ashite Mone Adeno. Multimedia, services no top notch. Acrylic nails, shema pa bekase wow dear French tips na they are now their numbers 05416399802. We wait na free the same number but me so WhatsApp or more person no din kitanwa who make use of their services. Our number no be my repeat 05416399802. That is Serenity Having Spa located at Oyarifa. Social media handles maybe on IG Serenity Having Spa, on Facebook Serenity Having Spa GH, and on TikTok as well Serenity Having Spa. On IG serenity.having spa on IG. Serenity.having spa. Try and go on their social media pages and you see a lot of things they do. When you use their services, you come back and tell me that man show at the Bonekra. So we'll go for a short commercial break, and when we are back, we'll make a lot of discussions around the world of football. Stay with us.
Welcome to Serenity Haven Spa. This is your reminder to pause. At Serenity Haven Spa, we don't just do treatments, we create calm, premium spa experiences here in Accra. You deserve rest. Book your glow today. Here at Serenity Haven Spa, we provide services like massages, pedicure, manicure, body scrub, facial, waxing, acrylic nails with beautiful designs. We are located at Oyarifa. You can call or WhatsApp us on 054 163 9802. 054 163 9802. We can't wait to see you all. Bye.
Okay, once again, welcome back to the 9 Up Sports Show on MBN TV. We are live on YouTube, we are streaming on YouTube and on TikTok as well. MBN on YouTube, MBN 360, and all that. You can join us and enjoy our stories as well. I'm back in the studio, and my name is Dr. Ras. As usual, as I said, I'm sitting in for our regular host, Mr. Derek Ashite, or Mr. Ashite, as popularly known. And then I am really hoping to enjoy the show with our viewers, MBN TV, the Line Up Sports Show viewers, you know. Person them minimum a show no because ya femo World Cup no ya bring the ultimate watch along. A lot of our viewers give us a lot of messages telling us how they love how the program is being handled, how the guys in the studio and everything is handled, the sports show and all that. So I would like to dedicate today's show to them. They really stayed with us, even though we were not accredited to bring you the game proper. We were here to give you updates on everything that was happening during the World Cup, and most of you were actually with us and all that. And then I'm in the studios. We have been off for a while, as I said earlier on, to get a breather. But I'm in the studio here to bring you the Line Up Sports Show again. And I would like to hear from our viewers as well. Stories I made in the transfer news now that there, and then even in our local scenes, the GPL is starting soon, and we have some new teams in the Ghana Premier League, the likes of Port City. I know of them. They train Ewotema, Community 3, Mexico Park. If you have the opportunity to go and watch them train and all that, I believe they should be able to do something in the upcoming season. The Ghana Premier League, you know, is also on fixtures. APA, they are there, heavyweights, you know, games because Asante Kotoko, Accra Hearts of Oak, making signings. The likes of Benjamin Asari representing Accra Hearts of Oak. What's it? The local boys, Nenima Enimpa, being the first, I think the first local goalkeeper to represent Ghana at the World Cup. I don't think he's the first, but I think in a long while now to represent Ghana at the World Cup, starting a game against England is a big achievement. Your boys know it's a motivation to our local boys. Say if you play and play well, in as much as the standard is not up there, but our local league is there's talents and there are people, there are players in the league that will be able to live up to the world standard. Benjamin Asari did good for himself when he represented Ghana at the World Cup. He made some great saves. He represented Ghana as the first goalkeeper. Initially in the tournament, he wasn't the first goalkeeper, but when he was called upon, he was able to live up to expectation, make some great saves for the nation. As I said earlier on, when we were bringing you the watch along. I was able to tell most of our viewers and even my guys in the studios. I told them very well that our team, the Black Stars, team na yekitana, there are positions up for grabs. Into boys because I think after the World Cup, some names will be fading out. They lived up to the expectations. The likes of Senaya, Gideon Mensah, who is not a new name to the Black Stars anymore. He has represented, but he had a great tournament. The likes of Jonas Ajete made a good name for himself, even though he say your first centre back player in here. Salisu Nijiku, but we know that when these guys put in such performances, they are knocking on the doors of every coach to be a starter and all that. So I'm glad some of the guys actually lived up to expectations. Even also, as we've known, the likes of Inaki Williams, when they come to the Black Stars, I think he's struggled with integration till now. But Ibimu Ebomo Modern Kalawiri in Chi Mubemu Yebehun, the likes of Samenyo, we already know him and all that, so we expected even a lot from him. Prince Edu Kwabnamo Bebo Nibi, Brandon Asante Chumesi, he's been with the guys for some time now. Ebimu Bomo Homodin, I secure even Gideon Mensah secured a move to FC Köln in Germany. The guys did well. And I'm calling on the local boys to also put him in himself. When it comes to the local scene, guys are going through a lot. Honestly, if you want to talk about that, baby are going through a lot. But some of the clubs are also doing well. They are doing amazingly well. If they put in a lot, and yet they be on mobile Phillies or some Europe, and some represent your national team. Benjamin Asare has been able to make a name for himself, representing us from Accra House of Folk on the world stage. So they should take that as an inspiration. And there are some very good players, the likes of some defenders. Bimuti said this House of Folk defender, it's not Sasasi Bemu and all that. Even Razak Simpson of Nations inside, and those guys are equally good. And there are a lot of players in our local scenes. They have the quality to be able to enter our national team. So they should keep working hard. Opportunity in the bar, among Grape, no Munfa, because he's in there. A lot of eyes will be on Ghana, especially because of Benjamin Asare. Clubs who say there are some equally good talents in Ghana. So they should put in their all, and I believe their careers are ahead of them. They can do well for themselves, their family, and the nation. So moving on from the local scenes, I would like to open the lines for our viewers. Discussions. They should talk to me about their clubs. Clubs no be signings pam season other PSG a lot of people thought they're back to back that Real Madrid to me, but PSG have been able to prove to the world that with proper planning and good investment, a good direction, when you have a system in place, you can go far with your football. And you could tell they move away from their model of well-known or household names, the likes of Messi, Ramos, Mbappe, Neymar, Munina, Baye, but Papa friend Luis Enrique, when he got into the PSG team proper, made some good signings, players he believed he could use. They backed him. The man went all in for the project. Ultimately winning Champions League. Somebody defending Biomu. He's done well. He's chasing the Real Madrid three-peats with respect to the Champions League. Real Madrid under coach Zinedine Zidane. And I think PSG is in the line to be able to do that. This time around, you don't say never in football, because with me back-to-back, if the clubs don't really wake up, he can do the three-peats. And he's not on Tendai. On Tendai, he's working, he's making signings, he's in the news. He was signing Luka Dean, was signing a friend is saying he's in the news with Yan Diamond, as I reported earlier on. Real Madrid no peso hano, also the Nwaji transfer anymore. Peso hano. But Utimi said they still mean business. Madrid, they mean business. The likes of Rodri, Utimi said peso around any peso Bobo. Emma, Real Madrid, also go back to the country Spain. Madrid, I think I don't know, but I believe the issue has been with with the news coming, it has been with Florentino Perez. I don't blame the president that much because Rodri didn't do well with respect to say before the World Cup, Real Madrid had a presidential election. Who will be the president of Real Madrid? Abrantier, a friend Riquelme, ever contested Mr. Florentino Perez for who will become the president. Now Riquelme will make a lot of pronunciations or involving even the likes of Jurgen Klopp, Mr. Oba, no any coach or ball players, Dean Erling Haaland, ever ball even Abrantier Rodri, Dean so Oba, be president or no be signing and all that. But Oshima, the coach. Jurgen Klopp say they were able to, or any manager, they were able to make a disclaimer say, "Omone Papa no any, Papa a friend Riquelme any agreement to join Real Madrid." Oshie Erling Haaland, ni team, ne Papa mo nyina so by the kind said there's no truth in that. But Abrantier Rodri ni agent, we saw nothing of that nature from the camp, and unfortunately, it was expected. Papa Perez won the election and he became the president. I think there's some bad blood between Onone Rodri camp. No, the fact that he allowed himself to be used as campaign for the opponents. Now they are there went to me and debunk the news and then they are there no ama papa no wadano also kakra. But Florentino Perez nankasa the dream signing is Michael Olise. He really wants to sign that guy, but because of the relationship between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich in it, you know. To me, and call all out. So, Mickey Press said there's nothing. The club has not made any move for or more player, no, and all that. So there are a lot of stories in and around the world of football. Transfer news to Madrid was signing the likes of Denzel Dumfries of Holland. A friend is saying this guy has also joined Bernardo Silva from former Manchester City player. We're joining on as a free agent. Dumfries, Madrid paid 20 million euros for him and all that. Into Mourinho, so she shared the team and Manchester United were asking for the likes of Tchouaméni, even though Tchouaméni asked Mourinho was signing new contract renewal, but Manchester United is still trying to knock on the doors of Real Madrid to see say they are Quine assigning a brand here now. So a lot has been going on there. The numbers is on your screen. Over to me are calling in. Now we have a discussion on what is happening on around your friend is saying transfer windows no club with minimum attraction komo the number is 05371588638. Please, when you call, lower the volume on your TV set so we can hear you in the studio and have a good conversation. When your volume on the TV set is high, my feedback I to be in casa. I'm expecting you. Call in the numbers on your screens and let's have a good discussion on the current season. The numbers on the screen once again 05371588638. So me train a minimum ending komo on the lineup sports show. Na yehu the ebeko. So as me back in studios no crano. Utimi hu say still clubs need be going. Real Madrid assign ako in hard for Yan Diamonde. Mo pese omu yi PSG fee line also no, but PSG agree personal terms with Diamonde, young guy, no, but they believe that they won't overpay for the guy. They won't overpay for the guy. We'll try and make a call and talk to one of our main men, Mr. Ashite. No home fan kakra, but if I say Hano, and we be sana about Nigerian children, club Manchester United. They are in for Manu Kone because almost Tchouaméni no Madrid in person be giant. The non person omu yewe. Omu share Manu Kone, who's also a French, just a bit far. Almost so they have been busy. They've signed the likes of Telemans from Aston Villa. Out in Omunia in the transfer window. So our call lines are open. You can call and then we'll have a discussion. Now, see, Sly ni call for no. So maybe lines now more. They should call and then we'll have a good discussion on the show as well. Ni enjoy margin if more clubs, you know, they are living up to expectation. The likes of Chelsea now they are there, no, they are not taking it easy. Arsenal, Nenyabri, we Lucy, Obi to say Trossard to Besiktas and all that until Gnabry was signing a player of choice from Club Brugge or Belgium, and they have a player who made his debut. He made his debut. Sorry about that. He made his debut at the Emirates. So I think Osha Gnabry joining Arsenal and all that. See, Mr. Danny Jordan, we're making some signings. Be more. I hope we need you. So I think the lines are open. Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Pacho, didn't you have Casa Free? Hello?
Hello.
Bem say nipa na home to take more calls on the show and have a discussion with our viewers. What they see or what they think about their coming into the new season. Na yehu sena nyama beko. Mr. Ashite, there. Someone is asking me where Mr. Ashite is. Mr. Ashite is around. I think he really worked to share World Cup near course so now, which was hosted in USA, Canada, and Mexico. No, almost time no, any year no, ebo ebrakakra. Most of their kickoff now then it's late into the night. So I think the guys in the studio near there no really worked late into the night and all that. A little. A bit under the weather and all that. Until no Mr. Ashite, he will be in the studio with us next week. Mo fresh boy no, and we'll all enjoy the sports together. We're trying to get either Mr. Danny Jordans on the line or even Mr. Ashite himself to discuss a little bit more around the transfer news and the club. Person me who say the club, we transfers now, and I say they are still in for more. They around the sponsor. So on your screens once again is the lines to call 053715863 053715863 which my friend now the wajenche atu dwa dia ohwa wo club ya we ni nje ho anase wo club ya ohwa they can do better anase ohwa they should be up to standard because the Dimonia break clubs so they are quiet. They've gone quiet. I don't know what is happening, but they've gone quiet. And I expect the likes of should I say Manchester City? Yes, Nawako signing over 100 million for a player. You'll be cautious of what to do. You'll be cautious of what to do. As Ama with respect to transfer. We're making some signings, a bit more for their academy and all that.
Hello.
Good morning. Udini baby Akasa free. Pacho Udin. Hello. Pacho betime gina ye na wakasa ma me line no engina so ye betime gina ye na wo de wadwenkyere atodwa man kakra. Hello. Pacho, let me say you have to hang up and hello.
Hello. Good morning.
I think we are having some technical issues. The technicians will come and check on the lines for us shortly, and then we'll be able to pick your calls once again in the studios. Once again, the numbers to call is 053715863 053715863. Wait me afraid now.
Good morning.
On the world of football around the world. I wish Nyama Yokosupa clubs Nenia break. Clubs Nenia break say enye easy. Clubs Nenia break enye easy. Mr. Sly, Pacho wait me share. Wait me abeshe we na ama your lines no hard in the studios kakra. But keep calling. We'll take your name one show nende. Saying whether na there then MTN ni other telecommunication companies no to me for we na style be. But trust our technicians. Ome solve issue na my fast. Na yetumi edinko.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Udini baby akasa free.
Because of people,
Pacho yetio. O ne wo form kakra ntin ka opeja o ne kakra nka meni beje. Hello?
hello.
Yeah, Pacho mitio.
Because of people, and I'm person who near Barcelona, and I'm person who Barcelona,
Pacho miti we are we say we Barcelona ni na person who signings about FC Barcelona aye. Pacho sa na wokan.
Fine.
Oh, Pacho, so stay with us. Me can your transfer news on FC Barcelona. Me sign the atu drama until they stick and stay with us and me sign the problem now will be sano. I'll solve it for you in a short time. Remember who players I will sign and players I will go in for. Now also wakomato ye. So the numbers to still call are on your screen 0537158638 0537158638. But you bet me afraid na my nche on your club. So to even me OD kind free FC Barcelona there as it stands now. I'm gonna make it hello Udini maybe I'll free. As it stands now. I'm gonna make it hello Udini maybe I'll free.
Hello.
Hello Udini maybe I'll free.
But your friend me Kobe. And bese me who sign is Man United aye.
Mate. Me the betu drama. Manchester United signings are end there. Me the betu drama. Any players are more chasing at any now. Me the betu drama. Keep watching the line of sports on MBN TV. Me the bibia betu drama. Now so we know who they our club no. Omo here. Abrante Michael Carrick. We're starting the preseason. No fine. We're above a couple of friendly matches behind closed doors. Now they are there. The same as Chelsea is also doing. Yesterday Chelsea also played. I think is it yesterday or a day or two ago. Hello, Dini baby Akasa free. Hello. Hello, Dini baby Akasa free.
Madina ata yesome etu
Mr. Sly, let me say so share your home and my yeah can ye papa. If a very possible we'll go for a short commercial break. We'll go for a breather where resolve issue no in studios now. To me have a good conversation on the transfer news any your callers because you have technical issues kakra in studios near there, but I trust my guys say they will come in. So we'll go for a breather. You try your sima na yaba you bet me I taking in calls.
Yarentia kese Africa Arrested Company at the Bregan na yahwefo nyina yakofa nro wan waso Zahara Mixture, Zahara G Herbal Capsules, Zahara Man Herbal Capsules ana Hindi Herbal Mixture. Infections ben na how say bacteria fungal na viral infection bia Zahara Mixture eni ni G Herbal Capsules ni betu na sekora oba woni atenka kope Zahara Mixture ana ni G Capsules ibi na boost libido no to its highest level. Zahara Mixture and Zahara G Herbal Capsules drain no a chain mojadro kra because they contain hemoglobin and iron. I also boasie si onipadua no ema okala koretime esesa oba opeso fire fun onkoto Zahara Mixture ene ni G Herbal Capsules bi ebe boa opa be man so a wonya low sperm count ulcers na how any type of ulcer bia no we use Zahara mixture and then G capsules na ebeboa afọ ba obu ne nsa wote yaw ankasa kope Zahara mixture and then G herbal capsules no ye wo Hindi herbal mixture and also boa to a trade malaria asekwara o wasi kire yare anase bujamroso na ha wana ebeboa ama onipadua no esisi ne ho so ankasa na jiwa fisa wo haw ni nyina.
Okay, welcome back once again to the Lineup Sports Show on MBN TV, and we had a little bit of technical issues in studios and all that during the call-in sections, but we rectify BBR. The numbers to call are on your screen. I want to hear from you. World Cup season, you right into the new club football season. Whatever you need around the world of football, transfer news, discuss it. Let's have chit chats. Mo clubs, the omoya mo ni jin ho ne the mo amohwa bia omoye ni ye be yamamono. Let's have a discussion. So the number to call are on your screen: 0537158638, 0537158638. Call and let's have a discussion. And earlier on our caller. Hello, good morning. Udini baby Akasafri. Hello. Pacho online no break you bet imagine ye kakra na one yakasa. Okasa Pacho Udin.
Bedindi Emmanuel.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Pacho ma enti o anukasa. You want to talk about Real Madrid? Pacho, it's you. Hello, Mr. Ima. Hello. Hello, Mr. Ima, it's you.
It's signings about Madrid.
Open signings about Real Madrid. Bro, Mr. Emmanuel, stick and stay with us. Me the kind of boy be so intino. Messa call all over for you again. Now we dia o darling club Real Madrid. Our transfer news with MY, Mr. Ima. Yeah, that's it. So you can still keep calling in the studios. The numbers to call on your screens is 0537158638, 0537158638. The numbers to call in studios and let's have a discussion. Mr. Ima Frey, CC, I know say up signings from Real Madrid. Real Madrid started signings even during the World Cup. Before World Cup, hello, good morning. Udini baby Akasafri. Pacho
Barcelona.
Open signings about FC Barcelona.
Yes, please.
Pacho me the betu drama. That's it. So keep watching MBN TV. I'll bring you the most interesting transfer news. I think La Liga for Nenia break. I think I only had one caller from Manchester United. Obisa, what's the club Manchester United here? And Manchester United is in the news. FC Barcelona is in the news. Real Madrid as well. So I'll tackle Real Madrid, which is my club as well. I'm not being biased, but with the kind of also Real Madrid and making signings even during the World Cup. Now that there. Hello, Udini Bebe Akasafri.
Hello.
Good morning, Udini Bebe Akasafri.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Pacho Udini baby Akasafri.
Pacho Kasafi aka.
Pacho etio.
Pacho Kasafi aka.
Pacho bet me do wadrim chat to Jawa ye kasa etio.
Pacho Kasafi aka. Empezar mi familia.
Pacho, lower the volume on your TV set when you call and tell who what TV no. Oh, Frey in studio, sir. Tell who phone lower the volume on your TV set. And yes, sir, unti and can ye ebe my effects, ebe my feedback. Ankasa unti ni awo kano ananda mi ankasa make a show. So when you call, please make it a point to lower the volume on your TV set. So straight into some of the callers, more questions. So beside and Real Madrid is in the news. They made the signings with during the World Cup and even before the World Cup. They made a signing for Marc Cucurella formerly of Chelsea. Oma signing Bernardo Silva of Manchester City. Hello, good morning. Udini Baby Okasa Free. Good morning. Pacho Udini Baby Okasa Free. Mr. Sly, Pacho, you need to line also. Ogusu tie no TV ni mume pamucho. My cherished viewers, minimum na show no, and then me sim pese minimum ye show no. Na ye enjoy in studios. Me pamucho. Boa me na me so me mboa. When you call in the studio, make sure you lower the volume of your TV sets. Ebe you can mute it and listen to the conversation on the phone. Phone na where friend me. Nti my mbon komo on the phone. Utie hu on TV no so you will delay. So moving ahead, Real Madrid, we make it earlier on suggestion say we're signing a player in Marco Cucurella, already established. We're signing Marco Cucurella, Bernardo Silva, Swaba.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Udini Baby Okasa Free.
Good morning.
Udini Baby Okasa Free. Pacho ma inti wadrenche.
Kasafia aka.
Yetio. Me too. Pacho say. Ope se obisa about Barcelona. Sana wokan. Mate, medase. Pacho Ofremia, do not listen to yourself on the TV set. Listen to us through your phone and let's have a conversation. Other than that, you might not be able to pick up the conversation we are having in studio. So please lower or mute the volume of your TV set and let's have a good conversation in the studio. Utimusa will be about FC Barcelona. I'll come on it. Let me touch on the FC Real Madrid. So need transfer. No. Madrid already made signings of Denzel Dumfries. Good morning, Udini Baby Okasa Free. Hello, good morning, Udini Baby Okasa Free. Pacho bet me jine ye na yedin komo. Yetio. Mr. Sly, this one you can't let hanging up and take your next caller because I'm say on Jinaye. So we move ahead, and as I was saying on earlier on, Madrid has made signing for Denzel Dumfries. We're signing Denzel Dumfries. It has been established. We're signing Marco Cucurella and also Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. Deal Real Madrid are working on currently. Rodrigo Cascante of Manchester City. It has been established that the guy really wants to join Real Madrid, and Madrid is working on the deal now. At first, the only issue standing in the transfer was President Florentino Perez, because he had a little issue with Rodri in the camp, but I think everything has been resolved now. The board members asked Abrante, Papa friend Jose Mourinho, if he really needs Rodri, and it's made it clear to them that Rodri is a good addition to the team. And I think there have already been discussions ongoing on the player side. He really wants to join. He really wants to join Real Madrid. So it's up to Madrid.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Udini Baby.
Good morning.
He wants to join Real Madrid.
Barcelona signing.
But I mean the Barcelona signing is not very bro. So to move ahead, Rodri in sense the deal is on. Madrid is currently working on Abrante Rodrigo Cascante, the Golden Ball winner of the just ended World Cup. The World Cup is a World Cup winner as well. Madrid is working on it. He has a remaining contract, one more season with Manchester City. Hello, good morning. Udini Baby Okasa Free.
For me, Emmanuel, Kasefri, Pastor
Mr. Emmanuel Pacho meet you.
Pastor, Madrid sign, you are San Madrid.
Me Pacho you. And one
I can't say Pacho na. You know, mobile. I can't the friendly match. No, I am with
with the friendly matches, no, Mr. Emmanuel, in-house didi nkomo ye board of directors any management didi nkomo mrepemu no ye de ba betu manim friendly matches a betumi da abremo live on MBN TV into no pacho koso ahwe MBN TV the lineup sports show why ye da say yeah enti Mr. Emmanuel also bisa about Real Madrid and na meka no sisi adil omani di echi Abrante Rodrigo Cascante of Manchester City and Che Biana Madrid so make a bid of 100 million for Yan Diamond. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you are calling from? Pacho, me too. Pacho, low what the volume on your
TV about Barcelona stars.
Pacho, me too. Pacho, low what I think he made it clear he wants to know about the Barcelona signings. I'll bring it to you, Mr. Kola from Brekum. Please, I keep repeating, lower the volume on your TV set and let's have a good conversation. If you listen to me and yourself on the TV set, it will be a problem for both of us. So listen to yourself through your phone. Lower the volume on your TV set or mute it. And mute the volume on your TV set so that we can have a good conversation in studios. So I had Real Madrid in Sense.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. We didn't maybe Kasafri.
The Kasafri Eastern region, don't go home.
Pacho Mitio.
The Pacho, the Bisa, Rodri owns and Sam now Real Madrid. Sign no some performance and Person Bisa.
Pacho me the up to date the course about Rodri Mus and Sam no so ever to dry no can make answer na offer and Pacho course one share. Yeah, me that say. So to the caller, to the recent caller again, Rodri Mus and Sam no say na make no. Rodri is ready to join Real Madrid. Akase Real Madrid, the president best sanction the deal for Abrante friend Rodrigo Cascante. And the deal is on. Discussions is ongoing. Into no me pamucho. Stay with us. Bremo say line is a deal no go through. Will update you immediately. But as we speak, discussions across so Sana Yan Diamond. So discussions across so Madrid made a bid of 100 million euros. RB Leipzig is swap. Into or Sansu make or prepare another bid. Emma Abrante. 100 million euros not the coin. 90 million euros head on. Okay, no the two up buying or the two table no so nanka 10 million euros add-ons never back. Later, but Leipzig see money in June. Madrid is prepare another bid for that. That's about Real Madrid. FC Barcelona who sent some even during the World Cup and before the World Cup at Beto Jabi said the player omo pe anaso omo do omo kondo se beboma FC Barcelona is no any other player obo Atletico Madrid in the player of Julian Alvarez. They really love the guy and they did not hide it. They were a bit unprofessional with respect to trying to sign a player from their rivals in the same league, tapping the player and all that. Atletico Madrid for no ebufu ye, make some posts now they are there interested. They don't like the way FC Barcelona is trying to purchase their player. They decided to report FC Barcelona to FIFA and Europe, the UEFA, to be able to solve that issue. And as it stands now, Atletico Madrid is pointing to the players' release clause, which is very heavy. And I doubt FC Barcelona will be able to cough up such an amount for Julian Alvarez. They are without Robert Lewandowski, our America, CCA, our MLS. The only first team striker, Abrante Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, they are busy in the market. Already they have made signings on the wings, on the flanks. Almost signing a player in the like of Anthony Gordon from Newcastle for 80 million euros. Within the week, so purchasing the player of, purchasing the player Karim Adeyemi from Dortmund. Player no the agent Jorge Mendes. Omushia Barcelona president Juan Laporta. Omutumi sanction deal no. Utumi said deal no. Coach Hansi Flick and all insisted on getting the player, and I think they have been able to sign the player for. FC Barcelona player to 2031. That is Karim Adeyemi. FC Barcelona so Hons and Semono, they are in the news actively to try and get players to play for the club. But Yenya himself player money John Hopa Julian Alvarez on person. Hello, good morning. Would you be free?
No, I'm calling from far away.
Mpachobet mama oneso kakra mami. You want to know about Real Madrid signings? Mpacho. Mpacho ma oneso kakra mami. Mate, you want to know about Real Madrid signings no nonsense. Mate, we go through that to jump. That is FC Barcelona, so they are actively in the transfer window. Already they've made purchases of these two players. I mean, Modino. They decided not to sanction the obligation or activate the obligation to buy Abrante friend Marcus Rashford. So he's back at Manchester United. Rather, they purchased a player, a friend Anthony Gordon from Newcastle. Onomasan purchasing another winger from Dortmund. Hello, good morning. Would you be free?
Because of free, my name is Neymar Junior.
Neymar Junior, Pacho meet you.
We share Barcelona transfer about striking.
Pacho say about wine.
Striking.
Julian Alvarez nonsense. Me Pacho you. Me the better drama.
Yo, me.
Neymar Junior. Inti why?
Yeah.
Neymar Junior, so Nasema the Obisa, I think FC Barcelona fans, they are really worried with respect to their striking department. Abrante Lewandowski was, more say I could cry why Emre to me she goes now that ever I could write koi Munia break Ferran Torres so most no bomuka but Oko World Cup no. Hello, good morning. We didn't be Casa free.
Pacho Casa free Pebo Krum.
Pacho meet you.
Pacho me say Rodney wants to say about Real Madrid. Should we this papo?
Mpacho me the betuja updates was a deal no huni nyina no me di kind atuja but we frey so mesan so aboso ama na wakoma to yem why mo ye lovely viewers intino ya mo pele yo yes that's mo go to share the lineup sports show on MBN TV. So that was from our caller, and as I was saying earlier on, FC Barcelona, they are really in the transfer news, looking to sign a striker to help Ferran Torres. Abrante Ferran Torres, FC Barcelona. Now, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Would you need to be free?
Free Slovenia.
Pacho meet you.
What transfers of Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
The Blues.
Yeah.
Me Pacho made them transfer one sense to drama shortly.
Pacho,
that's it. Enjoy your weekend. So that is for FC Barcelona as well. They are actively in the transfer news for a player to come in their striking department. And almost player, almost need that so far Julian Alvarez, but a team friend Atletico Madrid deal very difficult for FC Barcelona. We have a caller in the studio. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you are calling from? Hello, good morning. Would you need baby or Kasafri? Pacho meet you, Ashaman. Pacho also be about wine player friend Michael Olise. Ubisa Olise Hunsem. Pacho, you be the better drama. That's the self free and all that. So moving on, FC Barcelona for no and American the coolest. People are in the transfers are more good signings. I think you guys are already doing well with 2 signings so far. You signed Abdul Karim from Al Ahly. He's also a striker. Egypt's youngster, but I think that boy was not coming into the first team. So, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Chelsea transfer.
Chelsea transfer. Pacho, because one I share for video no to MBN TV with the transfers no them out. Yeah, that's it. No adventure. So moving on, as I said, FC Barcelona is in the news. I have to move on with other clubs for more fans, no transfers, and so as well. So Barcelona is actively in the news. So far, the players are more signing Karim Adeyemi and Anthony Gordon. Most signing Abdul Karim from Al Ahly, youngster no Obama Egypt no call World Cup nibi. Or 1 or 2 cameo scenes that will World Cup no near there. FC Barcelona signing Abrante no, but I believe that boy will be going to La Masia and probably train with the first team. So as it stands now, first team striker more Ferran Torres. In the share, so move to me strike deal with Atletico Madrid, and I'm going to call in for any other option. Mo striking department now. Moving on to Chelsea, the Blues, the pride of London. I'm making signings. Their callers maybe ABCI about them. I'm making good signings already. They have brought in a coach, as I said earlier on. This time around, a new coach Keke. I'm making the manager in former ex-player and ex-coach of Real Madrid. Their friend Xavi Alonso. Or Branson no Bobo no Nano or Bob. He was a good player for Liverpool FC. Played for Real Madrid. Played for Bayern Munich. Retired. Decided to come to Real Madrid, come and do a little bit, handle the junior side, went to Real Sociedad, eventually Bayern Leverkusen, signed or winning Bundesliga, near the idea of no more unbeaten in the league and all that. Quick forward, Real Madrid signing or buy Nyaman to me and Koye well for him or Real Madrid and Pameno. But quickly, Chelsea for Kofa Brantier, Xavi Alonso. Personally, I believe he's a good manager at Chelsea. For my any manager, meaning he will be in the helm of affairs, decision making, player signings, player sales. Now he will have a point to make. In a long while now, no Chelsea for Kofa coach, and we are just first team coach. But Chelsea have decided to make him manager of the club. And he expects a lot will be demanded from him. Yeah, signings, Manu, players maybe so was sanctioned Somonko, the likes of Axel Disasi, but they are Shili Moon, Ganacho Muna, they are already out of the club. Almost system on person of Ganacho. Even almost started preseason, no, he was not part of the Chelsea squad. Almost started preseason. No, Nyame did not fulfill Chelsea for Edna Cologne on Aston Villa. Coach Unai Emery decided to go in for the guy. And also Aston Villa on loan with obligation to buy. The season where Chelsea already making sanctions of sales and other there. Alonso decided to be keeping Nicholas Jackson on their preseason now a but I believe that Chelsea good offer bar Obetimaton Abrante friend Nicholas Jackson. Oma making signings as well. Hello, good morning. Woodini baby.
Good morning. The name and Casa Phone.
Pacho, lower the volume on your TV set name you.
Okay, maybe the Sabbath not transfer.
The patrol you made that say. Made it Barcelona transfers not to Jamaica so Kakrama now with Nyaji. Why? That's it. So moving on with the Chelsea news, as I was saying, they've made signings as well. I'm bringing in a player or call World Cup or call England national team. No, I'm talking about around there Morgan Rogers. Chelsea are making a signing for Morgan Rogers of £117 million. It's a bit hefty price. Amato Abrante Nefri Aston Villa. Omanye add-ons. Omanye we be a scanner to streets. Much say cash. That was matter. So Abrante Todd Bowley and then Abrante no. Omotimia signing player Morgan Rogers of Abercan Chelsea. Once is here was started to Ayampia already saying that Chelsea is the best club in London. Ultimately say Arsenal wanted to sign a player, but when to me at Chelsea have signed he was starting Chelsea he all represented blue for real. On your Abrante ko Palmer season way easy. Chelsea. Apart from that, Chelsea has also making a signing of a defender from Crystal Palace, Maxime Lacroix, France near Brantier na World Cup, William Saliba prior na over in our started over the rest of the games France no Crystal Palace EPL fans no mo amhwe EPL no Munza Brantier no the modern boss is a good player with Crystal Palace. I believe this particular transfer is a good add-on signing for Chelsea, having such a defender in your lineup to come and partner the other guys already more Uncle Toss money at the idea na Mude Maxine Lacroix Babecon. I think it's a good signing. See Chelsea Emrant and also in Sensem Kakra or transfer no. Manchester United, a caller also asked about Manchester United. Manchester United is also making signings there in the news. Some young preseason Abrante Michael Carrick Nenia break because season we know or call Europe or Champions League or here signings. I think they have a decent squad, but he needs to beef up in the squad. No, he's already chasing Aurelien Tchouameni. They have made inquiries about Aurelien Tchouameni, but I think Real Madrid is not open his doors for Aurelien Tchouameni to move. Already he has renewed his contract with Real Madrid into Trameni Sensemino, Aye Bibi Kakra Ama Manchester United. But as the weeks progressed, I think they made another inquiry about Trameni. Hello, good morning. Good evening, baby Akasafri.
Morning, Apple.
Nyamia Domoja. Good evening, baby Akasafri.
Pacho, Akasafri Takwa.
Meet you.
Pacho, we share most sports lineup, usually. Now, more can Chelsea transfer into the same thing Enzo Fernandez is down in situation now.
Pacho, because the Enzo Fernandez situation, no, ever bro, Sisia, Migusu, and Manchester United home, but Chelsea, Sisia, and Mekasa, Messan, so they are bro, Medasepa. Okay. It means Chelsea fans in the season where Omonia Bre Papa Kwaya Abrante Enzo Maresca di few work Manchester City no Omonia and John Omamini Omo Europe season way, but they are really looking at building their team. So them I mean crossing over to Manchester United, I'll come back to your call and question over about Enzo Fernandez. No Manchester United Michael Carrick name rant and Omo Europe season 20 Omonia Bre Pa Omo make signings Omo to me Bora Chelsea camp. I'm signing a young chap, Andre Santos. It was a surprise, and some of my Chelsea fans, admirers, maybe they were a bit surprised because they believed that guy was decent enough. Manchester United they make his signing for Andre Santos. They needed to make that signing because Abrante Feno, Casemiro, if club no more, Osina Kaima, Inter Miami or MLS or America, Maimu. So they needed to make that sign. Oma signing Andre Santos, Brazil player. No, unfortunately, Carlo Ancelotti and Fernand Fanan World Cup. But and say ni pedigree and ni modern ball or club football. Manchester United are making that signing. No, Abeka omu midfielders no because they be free. As aside that, Manchester United are making signing of Abrante friend Yuri Tillemans of formerly of Aston Villa. Belgium for honor captain Belgium this current World Cup here or captain a very good midfielder in that sense. I think he will be a good addition to the midfield of Manchester United, having the likes of Andre Santos, Kobe Menu, Bruno Fernandes and Yuri Tillemans. I believe the midfield of Manchester United. Hello, good morning. Good morning. I think when it's now, man. So that is Manchester United. So Akache Kakra, and I think our caller also made was inquiring about Enzo Fernandez situation. Enzo Fernandez situation, I had dicey Kakra because Enzo Fernandez was really flirting with Real Madrid. He decided to do everything in his capacity to move away from Chelsea. Abrante a valid contract with your football club. Season no munu or the insensembi to two dwane ade na enkoye kra ewo sena no odi na adwuma no ne agents no tumu se omoko break no na Madrid or call maybe omobo tennis na ade nyina de no for Madrid team no but Madrid and their presidents as a Madrid fan and I know the club very well. They don't really like a player or disrespecting the parent club or representing just to represent Madrid. So I think Madrid on Chelsea so a very good relationship. And I think Enzo Fernandez carrying himself around this particular season, past season here, or person forcing the way out of Chelsea. Madrid about Bonting release presser addressing the issue said they have not bid for the player or made any inquiry for the player Enzo Fernandez. Sana amanfo keka ewo rumor ekoko amanfo keka wo transfer news nimu. They have not made any bid or any inquiries about the player Enzo Fernandez, and they do not look forward to making any bid for the player. They still have a very good relationship with Chelsea, and they do not intend to tarnish that relationship now and say omo player from Chelsea. They will deal with the club direct. Amunko tapi player no and nye subain bi muane nyama ensem fata. Nti clearly sena almost signing Abrante friend Marco Corella na. They decided to go straight forward with Chelsea. Say if Brandt no paid his release clause, a player and Sisia than a Real Madrid player in Chelsea. Sisia no on sensema like Enzo Fernandez on sensem with Chelsea no acquired dicey. Was saying in relationship with Chelsea FC actually. Oshe Sena or yeah in Yamana even season 8 muno yeah suspending for some matches. The captain Amber and then in Abo no kakra into no situation no I a bit dicey. We say the likes of PSG Mona that there Manchester City or the no sensem for but yeah share Sena Ebeka Cohen because I think if he is not able to secure a move away from Chelsea FC, a bidding. But I believe Xavi Alonso, in the press conference, will make it on the signing Obi. I think one of the journalists be saying about Enzo Fernandez or believe or can I say he's a player he's looking forward to working with. He's looking forward to reintegrating him into the squad. On Gusu said, Antony there. Obegusu is na kind ama Chelsea because of course our valid contract with Chelsea FC. Obegusu a Chelsea player, but as at now Madrid there one yet signing for Enzo Fernandez when make a bid. And then you just quite of us only Chelsea FI and only other identity or making clear say Enzo Fernandez and can plans home. Nti kola no bisa about Enzo Fernandez no na sanity. He is now on holidays after the World Cup final. The holidays no Chomo Baba joining club no back on pre-season. The transfer window there is still open. Anything can happen. So this is some of the news around world football. The current season never because Liverpool they were also in the news. Abrantia Freno Mo Salah with free Liverpool as we all know. Besiktas Muna Aden and Amu Pese almost signing on the Liverpool have moved on. Amu manager Omonyano Areola, he's looking forward to having a good season from what Arne Slot having with Liverpool. And that they are not losing 20 games in the previous season was bad. Until Liverpool FC decided said they can't work with him anymore. They Abrante Anthony Areola, formerly of Bournemouth, Eddie in Casa, he said another coach Emma Liverpool FC. The players be more Giovanni Leona Mode Amuba previous season, no. They are looking forward, say. Omobe signing Victor Munoz, formerly Real Madrid player. Osi Nakan Emma Osasuna, Sisiano. Liverpool are signing our Liverpool player outright. Oko Italy, I'll be to say Como Muinia that they signing so course of Sisiano. My Meki permanent signing of Nico Paz or Bobo. Madrid had obligation to bring him back, but Yaton Ama Como 60 million euros. Or a Como player, but you're up to 2027 Samano to make a buyback of 90 million euros. The 2027 Samano say and signing a yen to be call back for that player again. Sports need the news in the teams, they are making a lot of signings. Europe, Hawaii, PSG, Monia, they are then in the teams, no be fee up. Arsenal, current champions of the EPL, they are making signings now. They are there. Tottenham Hotspur, they have been very active in the transfer. Almost signing Matheus Fernandes, formerly of West Ham United, as he saw Mukobo Championship, £85 million. Almost signing Abrantier, formerly of Brighton Dutch defender, Pon van Henke, Ababekamo, former coach Roberto Di Zerbi. Requested for side defender, and as he said, Ababekam the likes of Christian Romero, Van der Ven. Romero really wants to leave Tottenham as we speak. He's been rumored to prefer a move to FC Barcelona and also Atletico Madrid. And also, we'll keep you updated on the transfer. I'm signing the player of Sandro Tonali of Newcastle of £100 million. In the season where players making moves, coaches also making moves, clubs so break around Europe near season so expect a lot from this current season and expect a lot from the lineup sports show here on MBN TV. Every Saturday we come on your screens from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We are in studio to bring you captivating stories around the world of football, not just football, around the world of sports. Commonwealth Games that started, Ghana is there as well, representing, and athletics team no representing. Abe Kumu or they are already doing well in the swimming and all that. And, you know, we are here. We'll bring you everything around the world of football and around the world of sports in total. We'll make sure we bring you interesting and captivating stories. Once again, my name is Dr. Rash. I sat in for our regular host, Mr. Ashite, Derek Ashite. He's not been with us today due to 1 or 2 issues, but I believe he will be with us in the studio come next week, and we'll all enjoy. And then we decided, say, the show is for the lineup, the whole crew, any your viewers are almost sharing, almost sticking with us during this past 1 month. Yeah, bro, World Cup watch along. I'm back for some time now, but we are in season where, you know, we are in for you. Anything football, the whole team will bring it to you. And once again, your show was brought to us by our sponsors. Your sponsors need to buy an edition show nearby. Medical edit to Jano Serenity Having Spa. Ama buy a pie. Omu share omu juma omu dieni dia. Enye easy. Nkofo no omu juma so eni pa bano body massage. Massage. You better chum now. Huna mesisi unhoso footballers. Ye juma ye to de bia muscle fatigue. Na they are there studio ha. Sometimes it's not easy. If you need to relax, good relaxation, look no any other place than Serenity Having Spa or Oyarefa. They don't only do in massage and massage therapy, they do body scrub, facials, pedicure, manicure, wait to me do working afaho. They do waxing as well. Waxing your kafra, your pubic areas now, and you know be over shaving anything. I'm ranting any bipa, Charlie shaving your modding. Wait my buffer waxing your waxewa. It takes a long time before you know best if we are branching and baba one year, you feel say o private areas no looking neat, kwabo fine, look any other place than Serenity Having Spa in Oyarefa. It's here some of boy did the lineup show no on the line MBN TV once again this morning. Yadamase for sticking with us. Next week, same time, I'll be here with you. Mr. Andy will join us. We can bring you Mr. Danny Jordan as well will join us, and as of course our host Mr. Ashite will be in the studio with us again next week. So from the whole crew, I need to say special thank you to the crew. They were with us throughout the World Cup as well, from Mr. Sly to Mr. Wale, Akowili. The whole crew, guys, you people did well during the World Cup. You stayed up late and all that. Thank you. You did amazingly well on the show and all that. Yadamase, semu to me boy and yesu to me the show never yashefo and all that. To our father Bishop, thank you. Thank you for having us all on the show and all that. So to our viewers, yesu Yadamase, muso muniwa yeniho Yadamase for sticking with us and all that. So on the same time, same station, MBN TV, stay with us from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Saturdays. Stay with us. Once again, my name is Dr. Rash. We'll meet again same time next week. Bye-bye.